So I learned something about myself yesterday when I went out to the shop to pick up some snacks. Um, a lot of you may not know, but when I was 15, there was a stranger that came into my school that I think was asked to come into my school by the education welfare people to judge me on apparently on things including my reading ability, and they decided that at the age of 15, because I wasn't reading out the stuff that they told me to read out at the level that they thought I should be reading, which was at 15 I should be reading at the age of a 15-year-old. They decided I was reading at the level of a 10-year-old, decided that I had learning difficulties. I think at that point, did statement of special educational needs and stuff like that, and sent me to do my year 11 at Rosington Hall. That wasn't the only reason why. There was a few reasons. I wasn't attending school and things like that, but that was for different reasons because of the bullying I was experiencing, that over my year educational life became increasingly worse. At one point I even had my wrist broken in middle school and stuff like that. But these people made these decisions and decided I had a learning difficulty and sent me to Rosington Hall, which was a special school. Now, when I went to the shop yesterday, this girl that was apparently in the year below me at my high school that I went to recognised me and gave me my first name, so she obviously knew me and stuff. And when I explained this, I actually said I don't have learning difficulties. I went about it in the way that they decided that I had learning difficulties. Now, what I said to her that I was reading at the age that they decided I was reading at because I was actually embarrassed and shy of reading to a complete stranger. So when they decided that I was reading at the age of a 10-year-old when I was 15, I don't feel in that respect that I was actually reading at the age of a 10-year-old. I was actually reading at the age of a 15-year-old who was incredibly shy and didn't want to read out aloud to a stranger. So this is what I said. When I got home and I thought about it, I realised that I do learn differently, which is why I've had student support when I was at college to help me with taking notes and stuff. I do learn differently. I do struggle to understand certain things, and the reason why, even though what I said was true, but it was embarrassing to read out to a complete stranger, I realised that I was embarrassed to admit to somebody that knew me that I have a learning difficulty. Now, I'm not embarrassed to admit that to a lot of people, but this person who knows me doesn't know me as well as my friends do. I'm not embarrassed to admit to my friends, or I'm not embarrassed to admit on this camera on my own in the living room that yes, I may have some learning difficulties. It's stated on my medical notes at the doctor's that I was originally at that I have learning difficulties, so it'll still be on my medical notes under the new doctors. Now, you'll have to excuse me, I've got a headache, that's why I keep frowning. So pretty much I realised I'm embarrassed to tell people that don't know me as well as my friends do that I have a learning difficulty, or that I have mental health issues, which obviously my learning difficulty is tied into because I get anxious and I get depressed and stuff. And as many people who do YouTube will tell you, it is easier to talk into a camera, even though you know that at least 50 people in my case are going to see this. There are other things that I don't admit to. Apparently I have a speech impediment. I don't pronounce my S's the same way that other people pronounce theirs. But I mean, these are things that are very easy to admit on your own on the camera, not as easy to admit when you're having a casual conversation with somebody that recognises you from school. So I apologise to that person if they see this video. That I went about the conversation the way that I did, and I wasn't willing to admit that yes, maybe I do have learning difficulties, and this is why I get so frustrated, and maybe why I get so defensive and stuff when I'm talking to people, be it through weird chatting through Facebook or through direct messages on Twitter or whatever, because I don't always understand. With there being no tone of voice and things like that when you're chatting online, unless you're on a Skype video call or something, I don't always understand if somebody's joking or not when they write something, or if something's actually aimed at me or not on social media. I don't always know, and I suppose I'm embarrassed because I come over as stupid, for not understanding, and that makes things worse. So, well, I just wanted to do this video quickly to admit, yes, I have some unspecified general learning difficulty, and yes, I have trouble understanding things, and yes, that makes me anxious and defensive, and it's not brave to admit this on camera, especially when there's nobody else here. I mean, I could prove to you there's nobody else here, but to most people who know me know that I don't live with anybody, which is probably partially because of the issues that I have. I'm used to living on my own now. I'm used to doing things my own way. So I've kind of got sidetracked now, but yeah, pretty much this is my video admitting that I have learning difficulty and I have depression and anxiety, which I've already admitted before, which is why I do a lot on mental health and stuff. Well, I'm going to go now because the square that's going around my face is annoying me on this video and the battery will probably die soon. Please like and subscribe and share your own experiences of trying to explain to people about where you may have disappeared to in your education life and stuff. Just chat generally, and this is a positive space, so please no attacking, and please if you're going to comment, don't comment with spam on this video, because your spam messages and your negative messages will not go into the comment section of this video or any video that I upload. This is for chat, not for spamming me. I don't spam people, so I don't expect anyone to spam me. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you hopefully once I'm uploading when I'm in London. Bye for now.